Hello there, it's Chi again. Welcome back to the channel. I just finished Port Harcourt government house drive-through, that area drive-through, and I want to show you Port Harcourt town. So I am going to assume this monorail is going to be like a boundary with the main road. It's like a boundary separating the government ministries area from Port Harcourt town. Now for this drive-through, this area of Port Harcourt used to be like the main, I don't know, it's called Port Harcourt town. It has like old buildings. I sincerely don't know the history of it, but you would hear people say, I'm going to town, I'm going to town. It's not as if it's like the newly like urban place it used to be. I think it used to be, but not anymore. That's why the area is confusing. It's like you will see huge, it's like old and modern mixed together. It just has so much going on. It's like it's like you like commercial and residential mixed together. Like just not too far from here, you would see these buildings. These are, of course, they are commercial buildings or like offices, and then not too far you would see buildings like this that are residential. I zoomed into some of them so that you can tell that people actually live there. It's just confusing, not confusing, but this part of town is just interesting to look at. Like it has a lot going on. I am going to stop in an area and buy crayfish. There's like a fish market, like a dry fish type of, okay, look at the residential areas. I'm telling you, it's just like some pole wires away from like very busy office, like concentrated office areas. I haven't really explored this part of Port Harcourt before, so I was just feeding my eyes, and I was glad that I remember to hold the camera well and take you people along. So this is going to be very interesting. And again, guys, like my friend that was taking me there was telling me like there are major streets everywhere. Every small street that has like 12 houses, it has a name, and that name is popular. Do you understand? Like everywhere there is serious. Like it has lasted for years. You would see old mixed with new. You would see rich mixed with debt. I don't know how to explain it. So this is the monorail in Port Harcourt. They're supposed to be functional, but it's not functional yet. We passed the, what do you call it, like okay, this place, this where like people are supposed to get on and off, like a stop. Yeah. Yeah, like a stop. So let's just go. Okay, as I was explaining, there are too many streets, too much things going on. I just couldn't keep up with even using Google Map to like tell you name of places around, so I would just zoom in and zoom out and slow down at interesting places like this, like water lines, meeting GRA, meeting Room Okoro, meeting Woji. Is a blend of everything. This place is a blend of everything. There are big churches here, and then there are like it's like high budget and low budget mixed together, high end and low end. It's everything, it's a mix of everything. There are huge churches here, huge supermarkets, and then there are, you see for yourself. So you can see it is populated, it is open, it is busy. Can you see those tiny heads showing in front of us? Those guys on the truck, those are again the River State Tax Force. These guys, they do their job in a very brutal way. These people, although you know traders just don't hear, human beings, Nigerians, everybody is hustling. Nobody wants to listen, nobody wants to behave. Everybody wants to be in the forefront where they can make the best profits, and people just bring their wares into the road, causing hold up, causing accidents, causing all those kind of things. So I can understand these people needing force to like needing to be strong in enforcing their like what enforcing like the regulations or whatever, but sometimes when you watch them work you would cry. Like they can be so brutal, maybe like disposing the wares of like a very old lady, like just turning, when you see them pouring the goods of traders, like just tumbling everything down, grain to fishes, they don't care what kind of wares you have, they will just peel everything over. It is so heartbreaking to watch. Although people just never ever listen, like people never listen when the government says don't pass here. Life in Nigeria is just too crazy for you to even, sometimes we know we are breaking the law, but people are desperate, things are difficult in this crazy place, things are hard in this beautiful Nigeria. So people are getting weary more and more every day, like just don't care, everybody just dey vex. So those ones too, the traders dey vex, and then these people, sometimes it causes like full-blown fighting, like where youths are ready for them, it's like crazy. Like I just avoid, whenever I see them I shift. So you can still see this area, it's just like if you drive 10 pole wires, you can't believe that it's what you're seeing is in the same locality with what you just passed, and then it will turn again, and then it's just a blend of, it's a soup, it's a like fisherman pot of soup, every type of goodies is inside. So this is interesting. I wonder what the rent will be like in this area, because look at that big church, and just like a street around, you would see just a different kind of vibe, different kind of activities. It's crazy. I do not know the name of, I didn't note the name of the streets. You can use Google Maps or just feed your eyes, because there are just so much to see. And I'm going to come back where I purchased crayfish, just to tell you guys like how much, in case you are interested, and you'll see other fishes that they sell there. And also we're going to pass one where do they call where ships dock on air, like the one at on air. We're going to pass a port. We're going to pass a port that I didn't know exists inside here. And it was just interesting to see like a functional port, like for real. So I will just come back when I'm buying the crayfish. It's just a few minutes into the video from here, and then we can continue gisting. But guys, before I close my big mouth, please, the way we make money on YouTube is when people watch the adverts YouTube put on our ads. I am pleading with you, please support my effort by not skipping the adverts on my channel. Okay guys, look at how residential this place is, but their road is really wide. Like the road network is everywhere. The streets are just enter comma. You go just they lost, they enter, they come out. I cannot attempt to try and like name these streets and tell you everything. I no fit, it pass my power. As I was saying, please, my brothers, my sisters, make una no dey skip my ad, so that I go dey make money. No good if I get a better camera, I get even drone sef, guys, like that kind badass things. Like just data in Nigeria is expensive. Filming outside in Nigeria, like some people go want break your head. So I just dey beg una, my brothers, my sisters, in order to be supportive, please do not skip the adverts that play. Just let it play. Stand up and run and go and drink water, or just press your phone and check something and just let the adverts play. Please. I dey take God beg una. Okay, so in case you're confused, that like you're seeing somewhere you've seen before, we kind of went towards the end. Oh shit, there is something at the end of this road. There is something interesting at the end of this road that I've forgotten. My friend mentioned it to me. There's an interesting place, like is it a water side? Oh my god, I cannot remember. He mentioned that there was something at the end of that road. So we just went to the end and turned back before going to where I got crayfish. So there's something interesting there. Use Google Map. And now look at this. I think we even passed like a palace. Why does it sound like it's supposed to be palace? But I usually hear palace. It's palace. What is palace? See that English palace. What is palace? Guys, as I was saying, in case you're confused, we actually went around so that I would just like cover the whole area before we then continued. So you would see some of those buildings repeating themselves just for like 1 minute before we continue. So we're close to where I bought the crayfish, so I can just continue mumbling until we get there. Do you have a request of where I should cover in Port Harcourt? Guys, I am so glad that when I make this, even though I am in a car sometimes, like when we slow down through like, and you see the windows are rolled down and someone is like crossing and just gets a view of like me, and I film with my phone. It's not as if I'm holding one janded camera like this to their face looking like a press person or like an investigative anything. It's just my phone that you can assume that in this generation maybe I'm making TikTok on the main road. But the way some people will stare at me like if I was alone, after they receive slaps, like my phone no go survive. I made a video when I traveled to Bayelsa. It's up on my channel. If you're interested, you can check that out. And these guys, they had like up to 10 wheelbarrows tied around a keke. They were transporting it. It was just crazy to see, and I wanted to let my viewers just see that because it's interesting. And when we were overtaking them, if you see the stares from the guys inside, if like eyes could kill, I would die that day. Like, oh, look at this place, you would never believe it is in this vicinity. It's like very, very, this like Rumibo type of residential place. And then just at the main road, you'll be seeing like Rumola, no, like, I don't know, if you know Port Harcourt, you understand like what I'm trying to say since just saying plenty nonsense, but you know. So there are times I wanted to film my one, guys, when I just got down from the cab and brought out my phone and I looked around me, nobody told me respect yourself and put this phone back in your bag. So there are some small risks like that, like it's uncomfortable, and you know how Nigerians are, many people are doing the wrong things, so they are cautious of, like now every single time I see police van, all those filming is your right, is not in this country, because if you cannot speak big English and have big uncle, you better respect yourself. So I'm just respecting myself. I'll just take my camera down and pass, and you might have noticed it if you've been watching my other Port Harcourt vlog. So we've reached the area of fish. It's like a whole street, not just one street. I think they're like, I don't know, this place just keeps going round and around. It confuses me. But around this area, you can see they sell crayfish. This is where you get the cheapest. This is where I buy crayfish the cheapest. And can you believe that I bought this crayfish like after 5 days I traveled to Bayelsa? I was thinking that Bayelsa is like, you know, now fishes are even on the street self. My sister just tell me, hey, they catch fish here like in the gutter. There are fishes in like those things that look like borrow pits, that water just stays. And so I was expecting that crayfish should be cheap there. This paint bucket on this day, I bought it 2,500 naira. 5 days later, I traveled to Bayelsa and half of it is 19. That is 3,800. I was just opening my mouth. I said, why? Why is crayfish cheaper in Port Harcourt than Bayelsa? What are you people feeling like? I don't want to talk too much, but this paint bucket was 2,500. It's like the cheapest I've bought in a while. The last time I bought it was around 3,500, so the price is really coming down. And if you want to get crayfish for cheap in Port Harcourt, I'm not talking about exporter level, because I think you should check Uche Mezi's channel for that. She buys in bags and exports. But if you're like a consumer, then you can come here if you still buy in large quantity for like family sizes. Now when I got home, my sister saw these 2 leather bags and she was like, is this one and this is half? I said yes. She now said the half looks so small that it doesn't look like half of the big one. That was when it occurred. I came back and watched this video and saw this plastic container she used. I don't know if this container is equal to half of, you know, that thing, the big tin tomato that we call half of a paint bucket in Nigeria. I don't know if that thing she used is equal to half, but when my sister said it, I was like, I can't remember what she used to measure this thing. She was like, is this half of a paint bucket? Is this one tin tomato? I said, I am not sure. Oh, I filmed it, let me check. And then I saw that plastic bucket. I don't know if that plastic bucket is half, but it is what it is. And we moved. Rain started showing itself, and we are wiping it and continuing the journey. But I apologize for when the video will be blurry like that, and you can still see town. You can see town that is like pepper soup of Port Harcourt, mixture of everything in one place. If you want mixture of everything in one place, it's Port Harcourt town. That's what I've been trying to explain since, in many words, in many nonsense, confusing, reheating everywhere words. You know, like when you just need one word to describe something and you're just going back and forth with words that are like synonyms, but they don't feel right. Oh yes, and look at this place. This place is like, okay, apart from like the kind of cars you would see, you would think it's GRA, and then you drive a little and see, we are going to get to that port area very soon. The kind of filth that is on the ground, the kind nyama, like the main road looks disgusting. The main road looks disgusting. I was like, how? Why? We are close to that place and you're going to see it very soon. I don't want to stop talking since I've spoken up to this extent. We are almost there, but I don't know what to gist you guys. If you're watching this video up to this place, please just leave a thumbs up. You can share it with anybody who misses Port Harcourt or who wants Port Harcourt. That's a stadium. That's a stadium, not Port Harcourt, not the Lekaya Stadium. This is a stadium. Is it Township Stadium? This is town. I don't know, Sha. Look at those guys again. Look at them. If I see them, they vex me. The day I witness them, like, oh God, they know they look face. So whether you be grandmother where they walk out with walking stick, as far as your wares are where they are not supposed to be, I don't know who I should be. And will you? Their job must be difficult. If you're a kind-hearted person and you're doing that kind of job, you'll not be able to sleep at night. Period. That's the end of discussing about those people. If you see them now, I am not talking about them again. Now your friend, you think what you want to think, but we keep moving and you can still see this area is a blend of everything. We are still around the same vicinity, but there you go. Their road is so wide though. The road in this area, like everywhere, is wide. The road is wide compared to, I don't know, this place was once something, I think. Look at road networks everywhere. Very wide road, even between small streets. No street looks small. But I can move your boss. If only I could record with the sounds, then we can just see what it is like. But it's going to be too windy. In case you miss Niger sound, that would be fun, but it will be too windy. So, bele. Okay, we crossed this mono. We didn't cross it. We passed by it. Please don't pass under this monorail. Oh, we crossed it. We actually did cross it, but we are not going back yet. We crossed it, but we are not going back. We headed into this roundabout that I do not know the name. If you know the name, even if you say it in the like, you're not gonna help anybody. Oh, I don't know the name. We just kept going straight. Hi, viewer guy. And this place contains plenty interesting. There is railway something. Wait, I zoomed into the signboard. You will see for yourself. Apart from that big police station, and I'm surprised there are no like roadblocks, like barriers outside this particular police station. Most of them now in Port Harcourt have like barriers around their vicinity, around the environment, like the gate area, the fence, like some distance up to that place. Yeah, this is the Nigerian Union of Railway something. I don't know, I think it's their quarters. That looks like a residential place, yeah. Yama. Nyama. We're entering Nyama area very soon. Nyama. What was I saying? Okay, so because of the recent attacks on security outfits like police stations, now you would usually see like barriers around here, and people, it's very even in even in Woji, just like police station that is inside the street, you cannot just pass it anyhow. Now there are barriers around everywhere, so that before you do your this thing from a distance, you prepare just for added security, which is understandable. Look at Temoku showroom. In this place that is looking like town and like okay, hold on guys, myself I don't confuse, I don't lost. This place almost looks familiar. Did you pass here before? Guys, did you pass here? When we were going, did you pass here? Now look at that church. You see? Before I started making these videos, I used to be terrible at record. See that guy? Because he didn't slow down. If you see the look, see, I hear you. They try. I hope I don't get in trouble one day because of this thing. Because if you check from waiting at the benefit here, it is so not worth it. They are just doing it with the hope that one day you get better. OPM, blue building. I don't know what the blue building is. Big office residential looking places. This rain, calm down. Bumpy. We are getting to Nyama area. I thought we were getting to it then, but we are not. And it's now we are approaching Nyama area. But we've not passed here before, right? Why do people like that blue color? This blue color, you just paint your whole building this blue color. It's like those olden days room blue color. I didn't know if that was the only paint. You see this blue color, the light blue. I hate this color up till now. That's the Lamaris College, Ibeto Cement, and some other interesting things. You can just pause the video and see the signboards because this gear is overwhelmed. Oh, see your friends. Camera went down. I zoomed into that guy's face. The way it was looking, nobody told me to take this thing down. But when we just passed, of course, I raised my camera and on my phone, and we are approaching the port. The port, I was excited. I wish someone would just take me on a tour into that place. Like, let me just see what's happening there. And this building is something interesting. Their gate. Hey, shit. Nigerian what? Yes, that's the port. That's the gate to the port area. This port. Can you see the containers? So I was asking my friend, why don't they have warehouses around here where people can buy things for cheap? You know, like those ones in Lagos. I used to go there one time to buy, like the way things are cheap there. When they bring them out from the container, they just like do one kind bazaar looking type of sale like this. You just get things for cheap, and I'll come back to Port Harcourt and be shining, be making my small change until it began to look as if traveling by road now anyhow. But in Nigeria, you don't have important things to go, and you better sit down. But not just that, it's just that now things are easier with WhatsApp call. You can place your orders. There are ways to send money. I don't know, things are just better. All those travel now is not worth it. So this ground is in Nyama. It has like concentrated oils with rain, look like black mud, and just this area. Can you see that water, guys? And I ran out of space, like storage space on my phone, so we needed to stop. If not, I'll not be able to film for a while. So I emptied my this and we continued, but we moved a little bit earlier. So how was that place? So I cannot remember. I asked I knew what that place was, but I cannot remember that building. So guys, This place is actually very interesting to look at, but kind of scary too. When we passed, like some wonderful looking young able-bodied men came around, and I was like, please, let's go. Before, I don't want someone to collect my phone. My phone is my office. Once we pass this flyover, guys, that is the end of this video, because this was our demarcation, our boundary that shared us from the government area, from the government house area. Then you have the judiciary, the ministries. Expect that video next. And we just crossed. If you have not given this video a thumbs up to now, it's not good though. If you share this video with someone now, you should know someone that will be interested in seeing this. Share. It will be nice of you, and it will also help my channel grow. Watch my other Port Harcourt drive-thrus. Bye. Be blessed, be safe, be happy.